So the only reason you don't have or are doing, being, having whatever you desire is because you consistently somehow convince yourself that, well, the reality you're in right now, what you're living, experiencing right now, well, for some reason you convince yourself that all of that is normal. That's just how life is, and well, that's why you're in it. But the thing is, you convince yourself one way or another that, well, this was going to be your life because you're always thinking or putting your awareness on whatever ahead of its evidence. And the evidence itself is actually just you being aware of it. But you are awareness itself. Your true self is God, all that is, source. I am awareness, I am consciousness. All those words mean the same, are the same. But it's all about realizing who you truly are. Because out of that state, so to speak, you can, well, manifest, create, whatever, what you do desire. So the thing you only have to realize is that, well, first of all, in itself, everything is neutral. Because, well, I'm just gonna go ahead with the grass example again, but, or maybe when you're in a store, you're here with your significant other or whatever, somebody you trust, you love, whatever. And both of you are looking at the same clothing rack or whatever, the same dress or for her, or I don't know, a sweater for him, whatever. Now, okay, now you're gonna be like, okay, but that's so obvious. Of course, one person, it's all relative. It's an objective opinion. Like the one person does find that dress pretty or whatever, and the other person doesn't. That's all subjective. That's all relative. Well, yes, it is. But the thing is, that's for everything, completely everything you can think of. Like no exceptions. Not this small thing that happened to you. That's the only exception, or another different viewer that might have experienced this and that. And no, it's still you. And I get that. Like that can feel like a burden or a lot of, well, responsibility, because yes, you are solely responsible for whatever ever happens, or happened, will happen, happens in your reality, because everything is right now. The past, so to speak, the future, the right now moment, obviously, I mean, it's all right now. And how can you prove that? Well, by going back into what you perceive as a memory, which is a memory. You went through that experience and you actually remember that, because, well, you as awareness went through that experience, and since your subconscious mind just saves, so to speak, just saves everything, every experience, every small little detail, whatever, like a billion bits per second or whatever. That's like what the subconscious mind actually observes. But then again, like I always tell you, even the subconscious mind is still observed by your true self, pure awareness, or I am awareness. So you don't have to program your subconscious mind. You are always programming your subconscious mind with every word, every thought you identify with as pure awareness. And every feeling or emotion you give that thought, that actually solidifies it more and makes it even more real, at least in your experience. And that's the whole thing. In your experience, it feels real or natural or unnatural. And that's the only thing. If it does feel natural to you, then, well, you're done. You are going to come across it in this 3D physical reality. The thing is, if you are right now putting your awareness on a desire and it does not feel natural, well, you convince yourself that somehow you can't have, do, or be this person, or have this thing, do this whatever thing. Somehow you convince yourself that that isn't possible. And there you go. Like Henry Ford said, if you believe you can or you believe you can't, you'll always be right. And why is that? Well, because reality is you. You are reality. Everything you are observing right now is purely because, well, it's all the illusion. And what you are, so to speak, the specific things you are identified with right now, your experience and your financial free situation and maybe your love, relationship situation, even friendships, whatever. It's all tied to how you perceive yourself, or yeah, what you perceive yourself as. And like I just said, your true self is pure awareness. So if you really get that, then well, all of these other, so to speak, limitations don't matter because you created them. And yes, subconsciously, but that doesn't matter because I just told you, you are pure awareness. And if you don't believe me, well, try to disprove it. But once again, just watch a few other videos of, I'll keep on reiterating, it's all reiteration. This is just a simple message which you have to be reminded of, well, consistently, and me too. So that's why I'm also making this video, but obviously also for the viewers, for whoever feels the need to tune in. I just want to tell you that you are very powerful. You are actually so powerful that the only sole reason you see what you're seeing right now, you are experiencing through the five senses, what you are experiencing right now, is because you put your awareness on that. Might have been a few minutes ago, a few days, a few weeks, a few years, but be assured that it's only because you put your awareness on it. There are no exceptions. It's only you. So I know that might sound like, wow, how am I ever going to get out of this? But the whole thing is you could switch it instantly right now by putting your awareness on, well, what you do desire. And I suspect that, if you're watching this, you've probably kind of made a mess of your life, whatever. I'm guilty of that. Like, oh man, you don't want to know what kind of mess I made of my life. But the thing is, you can instantly change it, And yes, some things so to speak, may take time, but that's just, well, the thing is, in the physical, like in a different video, I gave this example as well, but if instantly, in the physical 3D reality, you would instantly manifest, so to speak, you're not manifesting, since creation is finished. You are picking, choosing, selecting, deciding whatever you do or do not desire. But I'm always I think there's a good example. If right now you thought of a polar bear, so you put your awareness on a polar bear being with you in the same room, well then it would be over, You wouldn't even be able to end, watching this video because you'd be eaten alive. And this goes for everything that's physical. And yes, actually, if you're, you don't cancel it out, then actually you might tomorrow somehow, you get this text and somebody wants to go to the zoo and there is actually a section with polar bears there. And of course you'll cancel it out. You'll be as aware and not thinking like, okay, I'm going to, off myself right now and I'm going to jump into the section of the polar bears and just, get eaten alive, so to speak. But the thing is, if you wouldn't cancel it out, and that's the whole thing, for some reason, it's normal that you cancel it out. I don't want that to happen to me, so I'm not going to, be aware of that happening to me, or I cancel it out as just putting my awareness on, that's never going to happen to me. I'm never even going to the zoo, whatever. All these things imply that you are, not going to see a polar bear. But the thing is, if you don't cancel it out for some reason, then yes, you'll be led there, and maybe in a day, a week, whatever, and there's the polar bear, and of course, probably that's still your choice, but somehow you convince yourself that you don't want that to happen, so you'll cancel that out, but you were very close to actually manifesting whatever you put your awareness on, but you didn't instantly, become visible of it with your five senses, but maybe a day, a few days, or a week you would have, and the end of the story. So my whole point is this goes for everything. So also the positive, okay, just let me assign a meaning, like being eaten alive by a polar bear is negative, okay? The thing is, that's still a choice. In itself, it is neutral. Now, would I want that? No, obviously not. But the thing is it in itself neutral? Yes, it is, because we have to, as humans, we can only assign a meaning. So that's my whole point. Now, I'm not saying like I'm a psycho and I go and, do whatever, so to speak. We as humans collectively decided that we can't do that. I'm not at all saying that, but the thing is, it's still a choice. And it's all about choice. God gave you choose this day. So, what are you choosing? You are choosing a whole lot of things, because you can just look at your reality and that's what you have been choosing. That's what you have chosen, most likely subconsciously. But here I am to tell you that you can switch that up right now, and put your awareness on whatever you do desire. Don't cancel it out. just put it on what you do desire. Know that it is done. Think from whatever you do desire. Like that depends on what you want to manifest. Once again, you're just choosing, but that's all solely up to you. Up to you. You are the sole cause of the phenomena in your life. Good, bad, indifferent. Negative, positive, whatever. It's all you. It will always be you. I mean, time doesn't even exist. Like I just said, it's all right now, the present moment. So you have a choice, right now. So please start choosing better. You can start small if you want to. Like this is a task you have to, a task so to speak. But you're always doing it. But don't look at it as a task, because it's salvation. It's amazing. Like you literally have a choice right now, and you will experience what you put your choice, your awareness, what you choose as awareness itself. You will come across that in 3D physical reality. And the more you understand that it is actually instantaneous by you just putting your awareness as God on whatever you want to, well, see, feel, do, touch, hear, whatever. The more you understand that, the faster, so to speak, it goes. Like the buffering is here so that you, well, don't get instantly eaten by a polar bear, for example, those things. Or you're thinking about them jumping off a building right now. I'm visualizing that, and you're putting your awareness right now on that, and there you go. Your physical, your 3D reality is now done, and you can start over if you want to, whatever. But who cares? The whole thing is you have a choice. So why would you choose that? And you're very powerful, because, well, if you don't cancel it out, you will come across it. I'll be very assured of that. So put it to the test. That's what I'm here to try and suggest to you. I'm just making a suggestion. Pick your next thought, choose your next thought, and please don't stop doing it, because, well, soon you'll be in a whole lot of things you didn't, so to speak, desire, but you put your awareness on that, and it can't be canceled out if you, as pure awareness itself, because yes, it's all about you. If you don't cancel it out, if you don't put your awareness on the opposite of it being true, then you're not that, and you're not going to experience it. Or you are. If you're not doing it, then you are going to experience it. If you do cancel it out, then you're not going to experience it. The thing is, time doesn't exist, so if you right now cancel your, so to speak, big manifestation out, you can instantly go back and understand, wait, that is me. So if I just choose to, well, I know that I'm going to experience it, then I'm just putting my awareness on right now, having, doing, being, well, whatever, It's actually that simple, but you have to do it, All these videos for instant manifestation, it's actually true. But it's still you who has to do it. Like, people can tell you whatever they've manifested, or so to speak, chosen. You're not manifesting or creating anything, since creation is finished. You can't create from what is already finished or what is already created. You can't create from what is already created. I mean, it is already created, so you pick and you choose. Like Helen Hetzel, you select, and, well, you win over 5,000 contests, if that's your desire. I mean, it's all solely up to you. So that's just a quick reminder for you to understand that it's always you. It will always be you. So right now, choose wisely. I mean, I know you can, and you know you can. So please start doing it right now.